Okay. I'm going to give you a mark. Okay. Okay. So copy the train test split above and select copy cell. Then right click below it and select paste cell. All right, let's do one thing at a time. Okay. Oh, let me get my mouse. I'm sorry. It's difficult to do this without a mouse. So I recommend you get one. The touchpad doesn't scroll very well. If you need a mouse, I can sell you one at low cost. It's true. I brought some extra. I think I brought 2 extra mice. So, all right. So here it says that we should copy this cell. So what it said was click in the cell, right click on right edge, and that's not correct. Let's try again. So I need, give me some here. The table is not good. All right, so let me look at the instructions again. It says right click on the cell's left margin, then select copy cell. So I should be able to do this, right click on the cell's left margin. And I don't see it here for some reason. Let's see if I click over here. There we go. All right. Now, in fact, I can just do copy cell down. Copy cell down will create a copy of the cell right below. Okay. So you see what I did? I'll do it again. I click on this cell, it becomes blue. I right click over here. Well, it may take a few times to work. And then copy cell down. Okay. So you can verify I now have 2 copies of the cell. All right. So that was the first instruction. Let's go on to the next step. So I do emphasize that if you have several steps in a procedure, if one step fails, you cannot go on. You have to make sure that every step works. Okay. So in the new cell, change stratify equals y to stratify equals none. So let's try that. Change stratify equals y to stratify equals none. Okay. All right. So here's a good learning moment. Did I do that? Do I do it correctly? No. What's wrong? Yes. Capital N. Got this last time, right? That if you have a keyword, it should become blue. Okay. So let's run it. See, we have stunting rate is quite different for train and test. This is not good because if you want to test precision or recall, you want to have a consistent ratio of stunting rate in your training and your testing. Okay? And in fact, if I change the random seed, it's going out again. You know what you really should do is record it. It's being recorded because this wastes so much time, you know. This really wastes a lot of time to do this. We probably wasted 10 minutes on this already. Yeah. But it's not your fault. It's just that it's probably not the best way to do this unless you get a better connection. Whoops, wrong place. All right, let's go back. Where are we? I think we're here. Okay. All right. So now the next thing it said is change the random state. So if we change the random state, I can change this to anything. Yes. Okay, you're getting an error. Okay. All right. So all right. So why don't we do this? I would like you to try to do this. Okay. And because I need to see where you are and how things are going. So let me go around now and see what's happening. And then I'll come back and see. But this is telling you exactly what you should do. This is really very key. You need to be able to follow instructions like this. Okay. You should be able to do this yourself. If there's one thing you learn from this workshop is to be able to follow instructions like this. So let me come around and see how people are doing. Who had the question? Yes, you did. Yes, but I told you at the beginning. Right? Okay, you did? Oh, okay. All right, one person had error because she did not run everything. Okay. So please run it. You have to run all the cells before. It's necessary. Okay. Oh, all right. You changed this to 8. Where did you change it? Right. Try a few. Try a few. So wait a minute. Are you done? Okay. Very good. Try a few times. Sometimes by luck it makes sense. Did it change or always? So here, 48, 5, 6, 4. Right. Well, try something. You said 18 is the same. Try 41. Yeah. Right. Sometimes by chance it may be the same. But if you got, well, very hard. Good. It's still in there. Right. Let's see what here. Okay. Right. Well, you may have typed something incorrect. Right. Mine is. Can you make this right? Not right. If you can see it, it's not a problem. But let's telling you where the error is. Not have run. You must not have run the piece itself. So let me go to run. I think what I can. I can go to the right click. But let's go back to the top. Go back to the top. All right. Now see, there's something here. There's something here. There's something here. But I don't know how this got corrupted. But somehow your notebook got corrupted. But there's something wrong. It looks like the code. It looks like type has changed. Um, I'm having trouble using your mouse. No, it's not that. I'm trying to get to the top cell. The top cell. All right, no. So it looks like this was corrupted. Delete there. No, delete this also. Now, when you run it, you need to make it run. Right? If you hit enter, hit enter. No, yes, it's right. Apparently it's running. I'm not sure why it's so long. But this is what you need to go to every cell, first one, and then you get one error, then you have to stop it. Okay, other problems? Are you okay? Everything finished? Okay. so you have this. Okay. Okay. Right. So it's not always the same. Let me see the first one. Yeah, so these very close. Right now, go because your head is good. Go down to the remaining instructions. Like there's several instructions. Well, any other problems? Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. All right. Okay. What I would do is close and reopen and run everything. Close and reopen and run some stuff. Yeah. Close and reopen and some stuff. I'm not sure what happened. It may be that something got changed. Okay. How are other people doing? Is it okay? Get there? Okay. And are you getting different values? Every time you put in a different species, you get a different effect. Oh, you don't need to add a code cell. Well, did you copy the code, the first code cell? Okay. You don't need to add another one. You can just change the value when you put it. Or where? Let me see. I can't see very clearly. Oh, careful. So where are you in the instruction? Okay. Right. No. Go to the instructions. Workshop. Okay, exercise 1.1. Okay, so what are you? And then you make it 8. All right. Okay. Yeah. In the cell. And you change stratify to none. Yeah. Right. Now there's a problem there. I mentioned this problem. What's the problem here? That's right. Color change. Okay. So now you can run this. And you ran the ones before? Oh, you have to run the ones before. Yeah, you have to run from the beginning. And then you can run. Right. Yeah. Okay. Is everything okay? Okay. So did you do all did you go through all of the instructions? Okay. Okay. All right, good. Thanks. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. How are you doing? You finished? Okay. Let's see. Right. So you've got so let's see. Let me look at the all right. So you run a few times, okay. All right. So you did see several different values. So yeah. Where are your two cells? It's down here? Okay. All right. So here you've got all right, so you reran it again with stratified equals. Okay. That's fine. And when we continue, so are you okay? Is that okay? Okay, sure. Okay. Okay. Okay, down here? Oh, your teacher is helping you. Okay, good. Yes, please help each other. That's the best way to make progress. Okay, so let's go on. Is this on? If it's not on, turn it on again. But it's not making, okay, there we go. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so. Okay, so you should have found that if you do not have stratify equals yes, then you get different values. Okay, right? So this is something this is something very practical that you should keep in mind. So I'm going to rerun this, make sure I run it with stratify equals yes. All these instructions. First, you create a code cell below. Do you know how to do that? I click here. I can do plus code. I can add the code cell. Right? And then I can copy this print, just the print, put it here. And then it tells me I want to run it 4 times with 4 different values of random state. Okay. So this is the first time. Now, if you're good at Python already, you can use a for loop. But I'll do this for the beginners. Okay. Okay. For the beginners, I just can paste the same 4 times. It's fine. And so here I can do random state 0, random state 1. It really doesn't matter what you put in for the random state. Just make sure it's different each time. 2, 3. So go ahead and run this. And you can see that the accuracy depends quite a bit on the particular choice of training testing. So this emphasizes the fact that when you evaluate a classification, when you evaluate a model, you do need to include some indication of how accurate that number is. Okay. Now there's another exercise here too. This was a very small investigation, but we can be more systematic. This is one of the aspects of using Python, is that you begin with something simple and then you use Python's power to do a more thorough